We see headlines about hacks and data breaches practically every single day. But what if I told you that behind all that noise, there are these hidden patterns, connections that tell a much bigger story about what's really going on in cybersecurity today? So let's dive in. Let's start with a number: 3.5 million. Now, that's not a city's population. That's how many people had their personal data exposed in just one recent data breach at the University of Phoenix. It's a huge, staggering figure, but honestly, it's just scratching the surface. Because a number like that, as big as it is, it really doesn't tell the whole story. It's just one single piece of a much, much larger puzzle. A puzzle that connects past breaches to present-day attacks and even the technology we all use every day. So first up, let's talk about a breach's long shadow. The crucial thing to understand is that a cyber attack isn't a one-and-done event. Nope. The consequences can stretch out for years, affecting people and companies long, long after the headlines have faded. So, just to be clear, what exactly is a data breach? Well, it's when sensitive info gets stolen by someone who shouldn't have it. And in that University of Phoenix case, we're not just talking about emails and passwords. We're talking social security numbers, bank account details, basically the keys to your entire life. It's the kind of stuff that can lead to some really serious identity theft and financial pain. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this timeline. The data was actually stolen back in August, but the university, they didn't even know they were a victim until the end of November. That's a 3-month gap. Just think about that. For 3 whole months, attackers had free rein with all that sensitive data. And this isn't a one-off thing. This delay is a critical and, frankly, a dangerously common pattern. And this pattern isn't just a fluke. As this quote from TRM Labs points out, a single hack from years ago can create this long-term window of opportunity for attackers. And a perfect, kind of scary example of this is what happened with the password manager LastPass. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. Back in 2022, LastPass was breached. Hackers got away with a ton of encrypted user vaults. Now you'd think, okay, that's bad, but the story's over, right? Wrong. Today, right now, criminals are still working on that stolen data, slowly cracking weak master passwords to drain people's crypto wallets. The ghost of that 2022 breach is very much alive and kicking. And the financial damage from that one breach from years ago? Well, so far, they've traced at least $35 million in stolen cryptocurrency directly back to that LastPass hack. That's the Long Shadow in action. It's a powerful and expensive ghost. So that's the impact. But how are these attackers getting in the first place? Well, the entry points, the crocs in the armor, they're not always what you might expect. So how do these guys get in? Is it always some super secret, brand new hacking method? Something out of a movie? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not exactly. Take a look at this. It's kind of like the attacker's toolkit. They use the whole spectrum. On one end, you've got your zero-day flaws. These are brand new vulnerabilities in major software that even the developers don't know about yet. Super dangerous. But then look in the middle. A 5-year-old bug in a common VPN. A flaw that's been known for years. And at the other end of the spectrum, devices that are so old they're end of life, meaning they will literally never get another security update. Ever. They're just permanent open doors. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that attackers don't discriminate. They will happily exploit a brand new, unknown weakness or a 5-year-old bug that should have been patched ages ago. It really drives home the point that your security is only as strong as your weakest, oldest, most forgotten link. Okay, so we've talked about the tech side, but there's a whole other side to this: the art of deception. Attackers are getting incredibly good at tricking not just people, but the very systems designed to protect us. Check this out. This is a fascinating look at just how clever these deception tactics are getting. This malware, MagSync, doesn't just try to sneak past Apple's security. It actually tricks Apple into vouching for it. It gets the app digitally signed and notarized, so it looks completely legit to the system. It even blows up its own file size with a bunch of junk to avoid getting flagged by scanners. It's like a spy with a perfect disguise and a government-issued passport, a masterclass in digital camouflage. And this art of deception is getting a serious high-tech upgrade, thanks to something you've probably heard a lot about lately: deep fakes. These are AI-generated videos and audio clips that are so realistic, they're almost impossible to tell from the real thing. So just how well does this new kind of deception work? Well, a recent investment scam called Nomani uses AI deepfakes of famous people to push fake investments, and it has seen a 62% surge in victims year over year. That's a massive jump, and it shows you just how convincing and how dangerous this tech can be. Yeah, think about it. It's not some poorly written email with typos anymore. No, now you're scrolling through your social media feed and you see a perfect, high-res video of a famous CEO. The voice is perfect, the mouth movements are perfect, and they're telling you about a can't-miss investment. It's so effective because it completely bypasses all the usual red flags we've trained ourselves to look for. And all of this, the deep fakes, the automation, it all leads us to the new front line. The new battlefield for cybersecurity is, without a doubt, artificial intelligence. What we're witnessing right now is a full-blown AI arms race. On one side, you have attackers using AI to create those convincing deepfakes and automate their attacks at a massive scale. But on the other side, the defenders are fighting fire with fire. They're using their own AI to proactively hunt for critical vulnerabilities before the bad guys can find them. In fact, AI agents just recently discovered real-world exploits that could have been used to steal almost $4.6 million. That's the power of AI defense. It's like having a team of tireless, superhuman security analysts working for you 24/7. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi idea. As the AI company Anthropic puts it here, AI attacking systems all by itself is now technically feasible. That's a huge deal. It means using AI for defense isn't just a nice-to-have anymore, it's an absolute necessity. So, with threats evolving this quickly and on this kind of scale, well, it's no surprise that a massive multi-billion-dollar industry has sprung up just to fight back. Okay, get ready for this number. $7.75 billion. That is how much the tech giant ServiceNow just paid to buy a cybersecurity company called Armis. No, that is not a typo. Nearly $8 billion. If that doesn't show you how incredibly valuable and critical cyber defense has become, I don't know what will. So what on earth do you get for $8 billion? Well, it all circles back to the problems we've been talking about. Remember that forgotten end-of-life device sitting in a closet somewhere? A platform like this is designed to find it. That 5-year-old vulnerability you didn't even know you had? This system finds it, assesses the risk, and tells you what you need to fix first. It's all about creating a complete, live map of your entire digital world so you actually stand a chance of defending. And all of this, the digital ghosts of old breaches, the AI deepfakes that look real, it all brings us to one final crucial question. In a world like this, when the past can come back to haunt you at any moment, and when you can't even believe your own eyes, who and what can you really trust online? That's the question we're all going to have to grapple with as we navigate this incredibly complex digital future.